Hey y'all, welcome to Alley Cat Customs. In today's video, I'm going to be doing a review on this Milwaukee Tools Fuel Series 3/8 Impact and also this Vevor 90-piece 3/8 Impact socket set. So let's get started and check them out, see how well I like them. Nice. All right, y'all, so many years ago, back when I was a mechanic on a flat rate clock, I had a air-powered 3/8 Impact and a full assortment of 3/8 Impact sockets, including wobbles and everything. And it made life so much faster, especially when you're trying to chase that flat rate clock. You know you got to be really quick and get jobs done. And I really enjoyed the versatility and the small size of having that small air impact and the 3/8 sockets. It really made jobs easier. And it was really strong, so I could use it for a wide variety of things. I didn't have to get the 1/2-inch drive impact out, except for just the really big stuff that you really need to be using that for anyways. So I just loved the whole setup. Well, things happened in my life, and in a very desperate time of my life, I ended up selling off a lot of things, including a lot of tools, and that 3/8 setup all disappeared. So recently I've gotten back to where I want to upgrade my tools and doing a lot of things like that, trying to grow my shop back up. And one of the things that was in the back of my mind was that I wanted to get back a 3/8 style setup. I love the versatility of it. And I actually used a friend of mine's DeWalt 3/8 battery powered electric impact. And I really loved it, not having to have an air hose and stuff like that. Man, it's really compact and worked really well. I liked the way it's set up. But since I run Milwaukee Tools, I had the batteries and stuff like that and the chargers. I went and ordered this M18 Fuel 3/8 Impact. And I'm gonna get this thing unboxed and check it out, see how well it works compared to that DeWalt. And see how much I like this thing. So let me go ahead and get her opened up. All right. On out of there. All right. All kind of paperwork. I got a hot battery. It's got 3 lights. I like that because on a lot of your older ones, any of these battery powered impacts and drills, they only had the light at the bottom. And so, man, that's nice and bright. That'd be nice to see how that works when I get up and under a truck or something like that. See how it works. It has 3 power settings and a special setting on here that I'll get into when we actually start using this thing. But man, I like how small it is. And even this, that old air powered 3/8 Impact that I had, it was still a pretty good bigger on the body of it. So and it was a good bit longer too, as I remember. So the trade off between having this and the battery versus the larger body and having an air hose, which as anybody knows, being a mechanic, there's times when the air hose just slap in the way. I like that. Since I got this, I had to get those impact sockets because I'm not running impact like that with chrome sockets. So I did a lot of looking, and I found a company that I've actually ordered a few other things for, and I like the quality of the things that those are, and the price is really cheap. So I said I'd give them a try on these impact sockets and check them out. And this is a 90-piece set, and it's from Vevor. And it was really cheap. I forget what the price was. It was under $100 for a 90-piece set, which is just ridiculously cheap on this. Let's check the case out. The case seems like it's pretty strong. It's just an injection molded case. There's nothing worth writing home about as far as plastic cases. I like that it's got side clips on it too. So it keeps it from bowing out in the center and losing tools. If you're going to keep it in this setup, I'll be putting mine in the toolbox. So I won't be using these cases, but it's a pretty nice setup. It has a 15, a 10, and a 5-inch extension. It has a 3/8 a 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter, a wobble, a 3-inch extension on it, and it also has a full selection. One thing I loved about this versus other budget impact sockets or sockets in general is I cannot stand skip sizes. This toolbox here, this toolkit here has all the sizes from big to small, are all of your most common sizes. So I was really impressed with that. That was one of the big factors, the reason why I bought this kit over some of the others. It was cheaper than a lot of the others, and it has Torx bits. It has the internal and external style Torx bits, metric standard, full, no skip sizes, and it has wobble sockets. So I really like this setup, and I'm about to be doing some projects. So I'm gonna work this out. I actually have several other tools that I've bought also. So I'm doing some reviews on those, and I'm gonna get some projects in here, and I'm actually gonna put this to work. Since I bought this to put in my toolbox and actually use this stuff, I'm not gonna push it to failure. So if you're wanting to see how far these will work till they break, I'm not gonna do that, because when I get done showing these off, they're going in the toolbox and they're getting used. So let's get the other work I got to get done and get the projects in here, put this thing through its paces, check these sockets out, and I'll let you know how I like them. So let's get started. All right, y'all, so I'm in the middle of replacing the steering box on this 2003 2500 HD. And to get better room to the frame to where I can get to the power steering box bolts at the frame, I'm going to remove this left front tire. And I figured, since I'm doing a review on this 3/8 impact and also on these 1/2 inch drive Vevor sockets, I figured I'd go ahead and try to take these lug nuts off. This impact says it has up to 250 foot-pounds of torque, but it's a 3/8 impact. I have a 3/8 to a 1/2 inch adapter to go up to my 1/2 inch drive Vevor socket. And this is also a Vevor adapter here. So I don't have any desire to use this. I'll use my 1/2 inch drive air impact all day long to remove lug nuts. Don't have a problem with that. I really got this for lighter duty jobs. But I'd like to see, what it does, since they do claim it has 250 foot-pounds of torque. These lug nuts are torqued to 140 foot-pounds. So I'm gonna see what I got. I got a fully charged battery, and it is the M18 red lithium CP 1.5. And I don't know enough about the battery sizes and how that equates to the power or the duty cycle or whatever. But I'm sure some nerd's gonna explain to me all about the battery. So let's get after it, see what this thing will do. All right. Golly. Wow. I'm actually really impressed. Apparently that 250 foot-pounds of torque claim is probably pretty close to being accurate. I got it on the highest horsepower setting on the impact, and wow, I actually didn't think it was going to do it. So pretty impressive. I might leave that 1/2 inch drive impact in the toolbox a little more often now. So let me get this tire snatched off, get the steering box out of here, and move on, because it's way too hot to sit here and chatter. All right, so this impact has 3 torque settings on it, which is kind of like what you'd find with most any other impact wrench. So you have the 1, 2, and 3, each one of them getting stronger in the amount of torque that is applied to the wrench that applies to the nuts or bolts that you're trying to tighten or remove. But it also has a 4th mode on it, which is a new setup for me. I've never used this kind, and it's called an auto off. So at a predetermined amount of torque, it will actually turn the gun off. So like on this conical style like lug nuts, instead of your washer style, your flat style, you're trying to tighten this up, you got the wheel, it's not sitting square on a truck. So as you go to tighten them up, you want to make sure the wheel is sitting nice and flush. So you can put it on that auto off function, and it'll run it down with a light torque. And as soon as it bottoms out and registers that torque, it stops. And that allows you to get a good seat, to seat the wheel on the studs, get the lug nuts on there, and then you can go back to your whatever setting you want to run and tighten the lug nuts up fully that way. So I've been playing with it a little bit, and it's a nice feature. Don't know how often I'm actually going to use it, but I do like it. So I'm gonna show you how it operates right now, and make sure it is on. All right, so if I go the right direction. All right. Alrighty. All right, so the wheel is seated nice and flush against the hub on the axle. Lug nuts are centered up in their holes, so now you can bump it up to the torque setting you want to run it, tighten the lug nuts down, torque them whatever you want to do. But I think that's a neat feature. You'll be able to do that, so you're not just trying to ram it on there, possibly get it jammed, get the wheel stuff jammed. It could be a nice feature. I'm gonna continue playing with it and see how well it functions. What I do like is that you can, on the auto off function, as you're removing the wheel, or as you're removing like a lug nut, it gives you full torque on removal. But as soon as it senses the torque goes away, it slows the gun down. So you're not slinging lug nuts off, trying to find them all over the shop. So that is a pretty cool setup to do. Just got to remember to switch it over to it instead of being on the high setting, which is what I typically run. So but torque it down and move on to the next step. Oh, back to give me my socket. All right, y'all, so I've used this little Milwaukee 3/8 impact and these Vevor 3/8 drive sockets for about 5 or 6 months now. I've done all kind of projects with them, and I really put them through their paces. And I gotta say, I'm really impressed, especially with this little impact. I was very reluctant to mess with battery powered stuff. I mean, I remember when they first really started coming around, and they were absolutely awful. And I just didn't ever want to try to waste money on trying to go with the battery operated equipment. But several of my friends and stuff has had them, and people have just hounded me about trying to move into the modern age and getting rid of all of my air tools. But this little bad boy right here, I am thoroughly impressed with. It's got plenty of power. It does more than I thought it would do. So I like it. Of course, the M18 Milwaukee batteries, they last a good while. So really happy about this. And I love the fact that it's got lights all the way around instead of just on the very bottom. It really lights up things so you can see it. And these little Vevor 3/8 impact sockets, these wobbles and stuff, they are fantastic. Like I have For the price, I mean, yeah, sure, you're probably gonna find if you're a full-time, high-speed, heavy deal, working on heavy equipment, stuff like that. Sure, you're gonna find the weak spot, but I guarantee you're gonna find the weak spot of every tool that you work on, just like I have. But for a weekend wrench guy, somebody who works on projects and stuff like that, these tools are well priced for what they are. I am thoroughly impressed with how well they last. I mean, I've put does a pretty good wear on some of these tools. I like the fact that you can that these don't the markings and stuff don't wear off, so you can see. I haven't worn them off yet. Sure, they're going to wear off like they all do, but. So far, I really am impressed with them. I like them a lot. And hopefully I don't lose a bunch of these like I did all the rest of my impact sockets, and they stick around a while. So I got them all in my impact drawer here, and I'm really happy with these. And I hope y'all enjoyed this video. I hope y'all maybe showing y'all some nice value in these Vevor 3/8 impact sockets, and maybe helped you move into the modern times and showing you that these little impacts are a whole lot more than I thought they were. So yeah, this old half-inch drive has seen a whole lot less airtime lately. So I'm really happy about it, and I'm going to have links to these sockets and to this this impact in the description box below, so y'all come pick one up if y'all are interested in these. And I hope to see y'all next time right here at Alley Cat Customs.